Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sunesha, and here we are at Howling Islands. Early morning. Sunrise has just begun. The luminosity is spreading over the landscapes, and the light beams are fighting to be the strongest, to fight the shadows and scare them away where they belong. So that was my bedroom voice. Let's start this playthrough. This is a playthrough on my map. I've actually created this. There is a YouTube series in the description where I created it, and there's also a link where you can download it. So here, this is the beginning, and we have our first friend over here, a cargo ship. Can I rename out? So he's transporting cargo to Lakeville. First mate. That's the name. He's first, and he's kind of like that, posting stuff on YouTube and stuff. First mate. I don't think the captain will like his name very much on the boat. However, so let's start with the real business of actually building a city over here. So the first thing we need is to somewhere for them to arrive. So I need to be a little bit creative here. I need to create something to. So we can feed this whole area. So yeah, it's one of the most important connections here. So I will be very creative and create a roundabout. Oh man, but let's not do a normal roundabout. Let's do something special. I actually thought about a more creative roundabout because I was browsing around on Steam Workshop, and I saw a guy that made a very cool roundabout, so I think I'm gonna copy him. That's what you do. If you see something good, you copy it. So that's the thing. So usually I go with around 20 units, but as this will be our main connection, I will actually make a tiny bit bigger than usual here to 24. So you're wondering how I'm gonna connect to everything here, but yeah. Let me speed this up for you guys, because this will be a little bit tedious. Okay, so I've created a mess here. We will sort this all out, of course. First of all, we have a big height difference here. So we will first use the Move It mod, which is also in my mod descriptions if you want to know about there. So let's just pull these things down here. I used Anarchy with the fine rows here. It looks awful. So let's see. Boom. So that's fixed. We will force this road. We will fix that road later. I'm just checking if it will work. We will try to bend these here. Off screen. So cool. That's the main angle, so we can have something to work with. Cool. So we have lowered that things. Let's force upgrade the roads so they doesn't look weird. Let's remove this part. Let's make the whole roundabout to be at this height here. So let's select all the nodes. Control H, which will activate height. And then we will click and tell the game to be like that. Cool. Let's raise it a bit with page up, so it blends a little bit better into the landscape. Okay, cool. So let's... Wow, this looks awful. I think we need to bend this into shapes. First of all, we will use these. What? I got 3 of these. Yeah, thank you, Buggy Game. Or Buggy Bond. It's a very good mod. It will smooth this out automatically. Smooth slope something is in my mod description, but it will create this. So it's not really smooth here. So let's start by fixing the height on this too. Oh, I had to reload the game because I had 3 of this mod and this mod was not working really here. So I'm more or less done with the whole design here, but I think we will pull it a little bit downwards here if possible. So we have a little bit more room, so we don't get that super bend there. Okay, let's just move it here to just select more nodes here, so it will not. Okay. Thank you. And then we will center our camera. So we move. Let's see. That should do it. That, okay, I think we will. That will also give us a better slope down here, so it doesn't too steep for people entering this really weird roundabout here. That looks awesome. So let's move. Let's see if we can make this slope a little bit more gentle. Okay, cool. Okay, so now we have a little bit more length to bend here. I just got this piece of road here. If I redraw it, I think I can get some extra nodes to work with. Hopefully too. Yes, this will make it a lot easier for me. Okay, let's finalize this. I will probably work a little bit on the bends off screen, but now you can see I always get lost in detail. So let's see how, look at that slope. It's going inside here in a very steep angle. So yes, it was a roundabout, the most uncreative way to solve your traffic problems, but yeah, you can do it some creative, you can do some creative stuff. So I've stolen this design from on the work, I saw it on the workshop. So let's try to plan our main areas here. So we have done our roundabout, and the thing I always get trapped by when I start a game is that I started to make all the road, and then I can't afford the more essential stuff like electricity is important, you know, people likes to have their gadgets powered. So we will start by placing one of those, and we can see here if we get the overlay, we have 2 places here, but I think I want to place our first one here, so let's make it nice. Yeah, let's get rid of, so we know that all the wind power we can get, so let's see here. I think that's a good place. That's nice. It's kind of, maybe we should use the tops, let's see. Then I have to relocate it, which could cost money. So no, I will go with move it mod instead, because I just want to have it where I want. I want those at the highest peaks. So yeah, it looks nice. So let's get some. We will need our sewage, our poop, and other nasty stuff. People, crocodiles, and baby puke. We need everything to go here. So let's just throw it out here. It looks like it's facing. So let's hide it over here so we don't see all those baby puke. So let's see if we can find a way where we can. Let's see. We will get it's all out here. Let's try to control the direction. So, thank you. So would you need some water? We could actually install it over here and pull it here, but by saving cost to have it somewhere close to the area where I want to build, we will try to put it over here somewhere. Let's see if we can hide it a bit. This ugly building. We don't want it, but this is very hideable there too. So let's see if we can hide it over here. here by the rocks. It's sticking up like a sore thumb. How is some thumbs for? I don't understand English expression. Let's just get it a little bit down here in the terrain. Here we push it down a bit, so like this. So it's just not sticking out like a fourth. So, thank you. So then we need some pipes. Let's take the shortest possible route, like nature usually choose. When the water is going downhill, when the trees are growing, they grow up the shortest route to the sun. Yeah, very important information. Okay, cool. So we have those things done, which is our essentials. Now we need to power them. So let's get some electricity going. Oh, I hate this part. Let's see. Oh, don't snap. I don't like snapping. I think I can squeeze one in there if I put down, turn off snapping. Boom. Yeah, let's go without snapping. We don't need to snap. Snap like we get angry. Okay. Cool, so where should we pull this one? Let's pull it here, so it is a bit obstructed by let's go through the woods here so that we don't see our power lines so much. Where should we pull this one? We need some power for our city. We could... Okay, this is... I have the other water stuff and stuff. I think I will use that for the water pump here. So let's see. Underground cable. We will not be able to build anything here anyway, so that's cool. So, power lines. I don't like how they look. Okay, so let's plan our city here. We have those parts. Let's just grab the power line so we have something to hook up. Finish this before first. So we have something to hook up on. Okay, cool. So we now have those things ready. Awesome. So we need to plan our city a bit here. So let's put our resident area over here. I will have some commercial parks here for the beginning. But at the beginning you have to just kind of make everything works. And it's very important that we have access to all the stuff. Like we need industry for our residents, so they have somewhere to work. They need some commercials, so they have somewhere to shop, and the commercials need the industries too. So yeah, we need all these areas, but I want to separate them a little bit here. So industry area is probably a good spot to have around here. Residents here on the hill. Let's see, on the hill there. Okay, yeah. So we have a general plan. What I usually do is go with a super cheap, let's first upgrade our roundabout. And, okay, so let's hook some road up. Let's just put down 5 units. It's already occupied, yeah, it's a very tight fit here. So, thank you, fine roll tools, let's anarchy, let's start a war. We're going down to... Let's just, so we have something to connect to. Yeah. So what was coming up to, I like to use the most cheapest possible road you can buy, which is the dirt road. So we can pull as much road as possible before we run out of money. And I like to save some money so we don't lose the game. before we have even started. So let's pull our industry area over around here. Let's be aesthetic here. We have a river here, so let's try to follow the general shape and bend of the river here, so it melts better into the environment. So then we will curve around, coming up. Let's curve around here. Let's put down some. We want our industry very straight. I like to do the aesthetic with the industry being super straight because it's industry. So that's why. And then I like to curve everything else. So it's and the high resident areas just to create different styles on that. Let's give it some turning there. Awesome. So let's match this up. Okay, cool. So now we have our resident area. I think we will start over here somewhere in the woods. Let's get a topography line here so we can have something to follow. So it doesn't, it gets nicer that way. So let's first start with a bit straight road here. So let's try to take a look at the landscape here. Let's not get confused with the road. We have a river here. We have a natural slope here. So let's try to follow the slope and river when we plan this part. Okay, cool. So we need a separate road for our commercial units. I think I will put them down around here actually, so we have it will also take out some of the noise. Okay, so now we have the industry area over here, so we can connect those to each other so the industry can easily reach the commercial areas, but not going through naturally from the resident area. So now they have a full there. We can move that. Okay, cool. So here we can put the commercial. We need a bypass so they can reach it to their commercial areas. Let's put it here. Let's see, I'm just trying to be smart here, because when we pull the water line and the power line, let's do that first. We can save some money in the beginning by pulling everything through here. So let's see here. So yeah, now we can build commercial and industry, so we not lose the game when we start the game, just because we don't have water for our area here. So let's pull it over there. Okay, so I will speed this up. I will make a nice resident area here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I pulled up the whole area. We have roaded it most of it, very commercial and residential area here. I think I just want to touch up this part here. So let's use our straight road. Pull that here. Pull that here. So let's see. How do I want the industry area to look? Isn't this an excellent area for a small park later on? I think that should do it. So let's just start check so we have water for everyone. Let's start with the resident area, which is critical for our things to work. So let's see. Okay, cool. So we have every water pipe in place. So let's start zoning our area. So let's be smart about how we start this. I think I want my first houses to be here. Let's make sure that the industry area has power. We'll remove this ugly power line later, but for now, I just really want to make sure that we can afford everything. So let's finally start the game. Oh, that was a lot of time, but you have seen the speed-up version. So now we have a nice resident area starting up. So we just wait for our first people to move in, and they are already here, moving in here. Hello, new houses. Let's make this a district, our first district. We don't have district, so let's see everything starting up. Let's go faster here. There are definitely people that want to live in Howling Highlands. That is really nice. Thank you, people, for wanting to live here. So let's see if I made everything correctly here. It looks like everyone got power and stuff, and soon we'll be seeing an influx of new inhabitants of Howling Highlands. So, oh, it looks beautiful. I think I put the houses a little bit too tight for my taste. It just fills up here. But yeah, we can always remove some zoning later for aesthetic purposes, but I don't like when houses are too tight, especially when we are not doing the low resident stuff, because yeah, I really prefer that to be a little bit room. So I think we could zone some more. Oh, new mistake number one, economy. We don't need a high budget. Let's just get everything down here, especially water pipes. So we don't lose the game before it has started. That will be embarrassing. Okay, cool. So let's just paint in some more houses. Oh, so we need some more electricity. I had to put the budget too low. That's important. Let's go higher. That should do it. Is it the sewage working? Yes, the sewage is working now. It was probably an electricity problem. It seems like everything working, that should go away. I want to end the episode with people arriving here, so it would be very nice of them to arrive. Can't it be a little bit early for once? Is we setting a precedent for the Howling Island that our inhabitants will always be late? That would not be good for our international rumor if we are late people. So please hurry up. We have our first habitant of what's the habitant like? It's Rainbow Mason is our first, so let's end our episode by watching him arriving to his new house. Is our slow learner. He's admiring his new home. He's really enjoying it here. It looks like this slopey area. It creates a nice resident area for us here. Let's see. Is that my house? No, it's not my house. I live up the slope here a bit, and I parked my car. So our first resident here. Oh, that is cool. How do your house look? Are you... So, he's living inside here. Okay, so that was everything for our first episode. And as always, thank you for watching.